envious, you know what I'm saying? So stop a nigga from getting paid, you know, drug rage, you know, they just want to get money. That's why I wish death on my motherfucking enemies, you feel me? Wish death on my motherfucking enemies. Hate dance, motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? No, hey, I wish death on all my enemies. It's a nigga hard to kill, hard to die. Motherfucker, I still ride. Ain't no bitch in me. OG nigga. I can't quit, I can't stop. I've been soldier till my fucking gas drop. It's that spiritual infusion inside my soul that won't let this hell on earth go. Until the prophecy is revealed. My enemies being killed. It's a fucking wild here. But God chose me to deal with all this hate. And this punk ass world got for a nigga like me. I can't turn the other cheek. I can't be weak and humble. Pray for my enemy. When that motherfucker will kill me blind at the sign of time, I'ma protect me and mine with some of that same old evil energy that the world displayed to me. That's why I wish death for my fucking enemies. I don't wanna see a nigga free. I wish death for my enemies. All right, black family. All right, black family. I'm back with another one. Wishing death for my enemies. I'm back. You feel me? I'm back with another one. Yeah, black family. I want to talk to my multicultural black family. The parents' multicultural mindset make us oblivious to our enemies. Before I go into my video on these multicultural people, let's talk about the YouTube channel of mine. You have to be 18 plus to view my channel. I set it up like that. So why am I being struck by YouTube for the age restriction when I have age restricted videos? All my videos are age restricted. Why am I being striked against on my channel? Why am I being singled out? How come I'm harassed on YouTube? Why my videos get taken down? Why I don't get the views? Why I don't get the shares? Why I don't get the likes? You hating on me, and I'm just coming out the gate with some of my material. I think YouTube is ran by Illuminati. I think some people pay for subscribers. Something is going on when I'm being hated on. You can't even put my channel in your search engine and you won't be able to find it on YouTube. Tell me it's not a conspiracy. Why am I being striked for fair use when I give you the fair use revised codes before I use someone else's video or instrumental music or anyone's music? I'm using it for educational purposes. As a disclaimer, what is going on? Why am I being striked? But I want to talk to my multicultural parents who believe that we all the same people when dealing with white people. Why do we let our kids go to secluded areas or parties or go out with white kids when something drastic can happen to our kids? We don't warn our kids about being black in America. We scared to have that discussion, to tell your kids the truth about the Neanderthals' culture, behavior. It's prevalent for them. It's prevalent for them to be racist. All white people ain't racist, but the majority are racist. All snakes are not poisonous, but all snakes bite. And that's key. Check. Black family. Chatham, Massachusetts, a 14-year-old white boy was indicted August 31st of this year, 2023, charged with attempted murder and assault with a deadly weapon. Him and his friend, which his name has not been disclosed and he's not being charged. Him and his white friend, these two white guys, attempted to kill another teen which was 15 years old. Yes, indeed, July 19th. John Sheeran was charged with trying to drown a black teen in a Cape Cod pond while calling him racist slurs, niggers, while another white kid or white boy laughed and called him George Floyd as John Sheeran put his head up under the water and tried to drown this brother. Now, according to the 15-year-old black boy whose name has not been disclosed, he say that he was lured, tricked into coming to this particular pond or beach. It's a beach, really. They supposed to be friends. They tricked him to come into a place where he can't swim. You cannot swim. Why would you end up at a pond with all white boys or a beach with all white boys and you're the only black person there? When he first arrived, the 15-year-old black boy, when he got to where his white friends was at, they started throwing rocks at him and told him that he had to get in the water. They started throwing bricks and rocks at him, surrounding him, telling him that he have to get in the water. He tell his friends he can't swim and grabs a life jacket and they put him in the water. And while they had him in the water, the 14-year-old white kid kept trying to drown him. And he said he couldn't breathe. And he was screaming. A person that was at this particular beach heard the screaming and intervened. Their names has not been disclosed. So let me get this right. Black parents, in 2023, you believe that racism is a thing of the past. You're not keen on what's going on in the world to let your kids run rampant with white kids. My multicultural family, you're very sick, oblivious to your enemy. You don't know the nature of what you're dealing with. You cannot change the culture. You cannot change the bloodline or of a particular people. This is their nature. Every race have a nature. I'm a racist. A racist means that someone is like a scientist who studies. So that's what a racist is. I study the races of the planet, not the universe, the planet. I study the Chinese, the Asians, how they act towards black people. I study the Latinos. I study everybody. And once you study the Neanderthal, the Caucasian, you get jealousy, envy, barbaric, colonizer, want to kill you for your riches, always want to rob you, jealous of your mind, jealous of what you got. White people hate to see black people succeed. Where did this young teen get his hate from? Check this video out. Check this clip out.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for the fair use for purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute and might otherwise be infringing non-profit education. Personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
White 14-year-old boy is out on bail after prosecutors say he tried to drown a black teenager in a pond in Chatham. And as WBZ's Louisa Moeller tells us, today in court we learned this isn't the only racially motivated accusation against him.
You can see 14-year-old John Sheeran leaving court after his bail hearing, briskly walking and barely saying a word as he got into a car with his father. A judge said he can live in Chatham on a GPS device.
Mr. Sheeran, do you want to say?
This all stems from an incident in July where a 15-year-old black boy says Sheeran texted him to come to a Chatham pond. Then Sheeran and another boy allegedly threw rocks at this boy and asked him to come into the water. The young man does not know how to swim and wore a life jacket. That's when investigators say Sheeran repeatedly pulled him under the water, once called him the N-word, and another boy called him George Floyd.
This young man, Jack Sheeran, held onto his life jacket and pulled me under the water and back and up and back repeatedly about 4 to 5 times. While doing it, water went into the victim's mouth and nose, and he could not breathe. He started to shout, "I can't breathe," over and over again, and tried to get Mr. Sheeran's hands off him. Mr. Sheeran let go, and the other child started laughing. He called him George Floyd.
The boys allegedly did stop when another child on the beach swam over to intervene. Sheeran's defense attorney, Kevin Reddington, says it was reckless teenage behavior, not attempted murder.
This young man had absolutely no intent to murder his friend.
Is your client remorseful?
Of course, absolutely.
All of these details were heard in court as community members listened, and some of them say what resulted was not justice.
This young man was lucky he didn't lose his life, but someone attempted to do that. Why would you hold somebody down knowing he's saying, "I can't breathe"? He feared for his life.
Hours after the July incident, the prosecutor says that Sheeran punched a 13-year-old Asian boy in the face after that boy called him fat. Attorney Reddington says that his client apologized to that boy's family and they declined to press charges.
Where did John Sheeran get his hate from? Where did he learn it from? A lot of people say it was passed down through generation, someone teaching someone, but some things are embedded in a particular people. White supremacy is embedded. When they see black people, the energy of black people make them feel inferior. Will always make them feel inferior when they see the energy of black people. So that's why separation must take place between the races. We cannot live with them people in peace. You see what's happening over in Africa right now. Africa is trying to kick the colonizer out of his country. Too much troublemaking when they come around us. We have enough trouble as black people hurting each other. Just because blacks hurt each other and kill each other does not give other races of people a right and leeway to kill us too. Because I hear that all the time. I hear that all the time. When you say something about white people killing black people, Why is it a right when you wants to take it upon your own as a different race of people and participate in the genocide of black people? I hear that a lot. This team should be tried as an adult. When you do adult things, you should be tried as a fucking adult. They sent him home September 13th when he went back to the court or house arrest. He was held with no bond as a juvenile. Is this going to stay in juvenile court? That's what I want to know. And another thing I want to know, why the other white team was in charge. Both of these Neanderthals was throwing rocks, saying racial slurs, and we don't have a hate crime bill to protect black people. The Asians got a hate crime bill. Hey, man, y'all leave comments below. Tell me what y'all think, man. This multicultural stuff, man, has driven our people crazy. Peace. Black power.